Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So before this video starts, I want to mention something. I have actually already made this video, but due to me being a lunatic, I've shizzled around in the settings. And in the previous video that I made, which failed, the actual video format was not set to the proper format. So whenever I decided to edit the footage in Vegas, Vegas was just like, oh no man, I can't do this. So here we are with the same video, actually. Nevertheless, I enjoyed making it, so but yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Dutch EOS. So what are we going to do? We're going to wash the EOS and I'm going to tell you which materials I use, how I wash it, how I don't wash it. You know, washing your car is not something that has to be very precise. Everyone has their own way and whichever works best for you is okay, I guess. But I'm just going to show you how I wash my car. First thing to notice, I always hand wash my car. Why? Well, we have the EOS over here. It is a convertible. So one common problem with the EOS is the hard roof. The EOS is known to have some leaks at some point. And whilst I don't have any leaks personally, I want to prevent leaks from happening. Well, one thing I certainly don't do is go to the car wash because I never know how that will impact the roof. And when I hand wash the car, I can decide how much pressure I put on the roof, how much water I use, and I can check if there are any leaks while I'm busy doing that. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to move the EOS a little bit forward, because in its current position, I'm not going to be able to wash it because it's all going to get inside the garage. I'm not going to be able to move around over there, and we do want that. So first things first, I need my keys. So while we are moving the EOS, we can have a little bit of time to talk about the materials I use. So for the washing, I use Meguiar's gold class car wash. What? Okay, so my dash cam indicates that it's low on battery. That's correct because it's not connected. Wait, hang on, it is. Why is it complaining about the battery? Well, anyway, the light turns green, so it works. So for the washing, Meguiar's gold class car wash. Why do I use Meguiar's? Well, there's not really a good reason for it, but whenever I used a regular car wash, I can visually see the difference between Meguiar's and regular car wash, or car shampoo I should say. You know, with Meguiar's I used it for one time. I thought, well, let's see if it makes any difference, and yes, it did. Again, it's very personal, but I sure do like the look with Meguiar's whenever it's done. Then we also have car wax. Well, today we are not going to wax the car, we're only going to wash it, so we can ignore this one. Also, I'm going to be using gloves because I have a little bit of a cold, and also the weather outside is pretty cold and I don't want to get sick, especially when I'm playing with water. So it's optional. If you're in the summer and you think, hey, I want to play with water, I'm a little bit hot, don't use them. Just go play with water, go have it over your hands. It doesn't matter that much. Speaking about summer, if you decide, okay, this thing makes a little bit of noise. Luckily I have my microphone connected right below my mouth, so you should be able to hear me okay. Speaking about the summer, if you decide to wash your car in the summer, expect some nasty watermarks on your car. Because most of the time there's a little bit of dirt left in the water you spray on the car. So in the summer it dries really quick because of the sun, because of the temperature. It's about 5 degrees Celsius outside, so it won't dry that quick. And if you do decide to wash your car in the summer, I always recommend using some sort of towel to clean it off right after you sprayed it with water. That way the water doesn't get a chance to dry up and you don't get those nasty markings on your car. Alright, let's fill up the bucket because I need to wash it now. I need to stop talking. Okay, so that happened. Always make sure the hose is fully closed off because right now I opened the valve and it just sprayed it all into my garage. You don't want that. So normally I would clean this bucket, but previous week I already used it to clean my car. You know, I've already made this video, but it failed. So I know for a fact that it's clean. Why am I doing this inside? That's really not a good idea. Oh well, let's not spill it. Let's not spill it, that's the spirit. I don't know how, but I just made that up. Alrighty, let's get the hose off of this trolley. Oh, it's going to move a little bit. It's not the best trolley I'm using, but it works. There we go. Oh, it's moving. Also, make sure to get a lot of hose length before you start spraying your car, because you're gonna end up with not enough hose length, and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm over here and I need to go back to the trolley to manually get the hose off. Yeah, make sure you have enough length. Alright, another thing I recommend is using one of those brooms, because if you use a regular sponge, you're gonna have to get low and get under the car and be in all sorts of awkward positions. With this one, I can just grab the stick, go scrubbing, even underneath the car, and you're done. First off, I'm gonna start with spraying the car. That's gonna get the big bits of dirt off. Also, it has been raining, so there is a little bit of water on the car, but that doesn't matter. So again, it's not gonna be super dirty, but for the sake of this video, I mean, I like washing my car. I like it when it's Luco Picobello. You know, especially the rims, they get dirty so fast. So it's always so satisfying to clean them up and see the end result. Okay, so that's the first bit done. Now let's scrub the car. And how I'm going to do this, I'm actually going to split the car in half. And that sounds really weird. I have this line on my car over here, and I'll usually go right down and start with this side and with this side. So I'm going to show you what I mean. But first, let's scrub the entire back end. Make sure not to use too little car shampoo. Just get a little bit wild with it. It's not a waste. You want to get your car as clean as possible. So make sure to use it a lot. Also, make sure you don't wear your nicest shoes, because I did once. They were all soaked, and that's what you don't want. Make sure those white mirrors are nice and clean, because they're gonna stand out in traffic. People going to look at them a lot don't want dirty mirrors. Okay, so that's halfway done. Let's spray the thing. By the way, if you do have a high pressure washer, use that. If you start off with washing your car with a high pressure, that's gonna get a lot of dirt off, even without the car shampoo. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so I do it this way. Just good old scrubbing. Also, we're going to be doing the rims at the end, because if I start doing them right now, it's gonna get a lot of dirt in my bucket, and that's going to affect the rest of the car. You see, there's already a little bit of dirt in there, but like most of it comes off the rims, and I haven't even done those. Onto the rims. So for the next video, by the way, I know some of you convertible enthusiasts may be interested in how I lubricate all of my rubbers. Well, that's something for the next video. I'm going to lube the rubbers, clear the watering, make sure there are no things blocking the water canals. That's gonna be a cool video too, I think. Whenever I'm servicing the EOS, the roof goes into some sort of like transformer position. Right now it's like this. It will go open, but it will stick halfway. It looks really weird, but you know, you guys will see that soon. So one disadvantage of the long broomstick is you can't get to all of the spots on the rims. Talking about rims, one of my Volkswagen badges is actually gone. So as you can see over here, it's still on. And that's how it's supposed to be. But I don't know if anyone stole it or it just fell off. I don't know. Either way, I have another reason to buy new rims. Alright, onto the last rim, and then we're actually done. Again, it's nothing special, but I like taking you guys with me whenever I do things to the EOS. And I hope I can entertain you with my boring talking. Well, actually, if it's entertaining, it's not boring, right? Man, those gloves, I can tell you, I'm glad I have those on. Because I can already feel my fingers, even with them on. I can't imagine how it would be if I wasn't wearing any. Well, there we go. There's a nice and clean EOS. And look at those shiny rims. I always get so amazed whenever they're clean. Maybe I should stick to those rims because they're so nice and shiny. Yeah, shiny rims. Okay, that was a really bad Schwarzenegger impression. Excuse me for that. So let me guys show you. Whenever it's sunny outside, I always recommend using one of those drying towels. But I can do it right now. It's no problem. So I always make it as big as possible. And you know, I'm going to do the windows first because those are the most important. They will always leave nasty spots on the windows. And look at that. Really nice, really clean, no spots at all. Look at that. Amazing. So what I always do whenever I've washed my car is I check for leaks. So remember earlier when I talked about my hardtop being one of the quirks of the EOS? Well, you can see it right here. If I open the door, I know there are some markings over there, but that's because, you know, sometimes if you open the door and it has been raining a lot, water droplets will fall over here onto the seat. Yeah, you got those markings. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is some leakage over here. It's probably it came from the roof, dropped down. It's not a lot, but it tells me there's some sort of small blockage in the drainage pipe. So in the next video we'll be going, well, maybe not the next video, but in the future we're going to make a video about how I clear those drainage tubes thingies. Well, anyways, that's how you clean the EOS, at least how I clean my EOS. If you have any questions about how I tackle some things with my car, or if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments and I'll answer you as quick as possible. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like. If you want to see more of the EOS, or maybe Mr. Buggy on drugs over there. By the way, we might be taking it snow drifting, but it's not sure because it depends on whether, you know, there need to be new seats in there. So I'm not sure when those are gonna come, but if they're here, we're going to install them and it's gonna be awesome. Also, the buggy is going to get some new front tires, so make sure to subscribe to the channel because you're not gonna wanna miss on that. Is that a good sentence? I have a feeling it's not. You don't want to miss that. That's how I should tell it. So subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers! Oh yeah, and I also need to clean this shit up.